Good morning, Ji. Today is 15th October 2020. The day is Thursday, and right now I am in the 10th Cambridge class. My name is Farhan Mazhar, and the subject we are studying is Physics 5054. With this class, we have started the new chapter, which is by the name of the waves. We have already done one lecture on the waves, and this is our second lecture. Today, in this session, we want to make you realize that how the particles of the medium, they will be moving. We want you to realize that how the particles of the medium, how will be their motion, in which direction will be their motion. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So, for example, suppose that I have an handkerchief, for example, and this is a place, and here the handkerchief is hooked. So if the rope is, it's a rope basically. So if the rope is tight, so this will be the position. That's the mean position for the rope. So when I will move my hand up and down, up and down, up and down, so the waves will produce, and those waves will be something like this. For example, this is in my hand, so the waves will be something like this. Okay? So the waves are something like this.
Because of the up and down.
Yes. So my hand is moving. So on different locations, so this is a snap of a moment. My hand is moving up and down, the waves are produced in the rope, and we have taken a snap. So this is actually a snap of a wave in the rope. It's a transverse wave. So for our understanding, what we have done, we have tied handkerchiefs here, there, some places. For example, I have put a handkerchief here, let me call it A. I have put a handkerchief here, let me call it B. I have put a handkerchief here, let me call it C. One is here, let me call it D. One is here, let me call it E. And one is here. Try to understand. It's a very important thing, exam point of view, because you have to predict that how this will move. So now I have to decide that in which direction that portion of the rope is moving. Okay. A very simple idea is that if you have a point, for example, if I take F point, so in which direction it should move?
Up and down. Up and down.
Whatever is coming behind it. Whatever is on its left side, if the wave is coming in this way. Okay? So if somebody asks you what will be happening with the A, in which direction, is a very, very important skill. So in which direction the A will be moving? The A is here. So the A is going downward. Okay. So where the B will move, the B will also move downward. So what will happen with the B which is behind it? The wave is going in that direction. So what is the direction of the motion of the C?
Upwards.
The C is going in the upward direction.
This is the mean.
What is the direction of the D? D will be going in the upward direction. What will happen with the E? It will be going the downward. What will happen with the F? It will go downward. And you see, if I observe the point A, the point A will basically move only in vertical. The point A will come down and it will go up. Understand? The wave will be going in this direction. The wave is going in this direction. The particle will be be going only in up and down direction. So you can see that if you only observe point A, the wave will seem to be going in this way, the energy is being transferred in this way, but the particle A on the rope will be only moving up and down, perpendicular to the direction of the propagation of the waves. Understand? For example, the same, you see this question comes in paper also. You have to predict that whether these two are in the one question could be that you have to predict that what will be the direction of the motion. Another very important thing, let me explain to you. For example, let me take another example. It's same example, but let me explain it in a different. For example, suppose that this is the mean position, okay, of a water wave, and here I have, suppose, unequal parts. So this is a portion of a water wave, and this water wave here upward, here downward, upward, okay. So you see this point A, this point B, here point C, this point D, this point E, this point F. Let's say this point is G, this point is H, this point is I, this point is J, this point is K, this point is L, this point is M, this point is N, this point is O. Okay, there is a word I use which I will try to explain. Some people say we use a word, they will be using in your book also. They say in phase. They will say that these 2 points are in phase. And another word they use is out of phase. Okay, I'm trying to explain this stuff. So you can see it's a snapshot of a water wave. It's a side view of a water wave. And to understand the things, what I have done here, I have made that wave and I have tried to represent water particles on different extreme positions. So here particle A, particle B, particle C, D, E, F. Okay. So the question is how they are moving. If the wave is going in this direction, so the particle B, it will be moving downward, particle C will be moving upward, particle D will be moving upward, particle E will be moving downward, the particle F will be moving downward, the particle G will be moving upward, the particle H will be moving upward, the particle I will be moving downward, this J will be moving downward, this K will be moving upward, this L will be moving upward, this M will be moving downward, this N will be moving downward, this O will move upward. Okay. This you already understand. I told you that how this and this A point, it will be moving downward. Okay, this is the direction of the particles on those positions. Direction of their motion on their positions. Now, whenever this wave is formed, I use a word, I say that these two particles, these 2 points on the wave, they are in phase. Let me show you one.
Which two?
For example, if a wave is shown to you, you might confuse that C and E. Are these 2 points in phase? Or C and G? Are they in phase? In phase are those points that they have the same displacement. They have the same displacement from the mean position, and the direction of their motion but the direction of their motion is not same. So you cannot say that the C and E are in phase. No, they are not in phase.
Okay.
They are kind of out phase, yes. Exactly out phase, I will show you. C and G, their displacement with on the wave from the mean position, their displacement location is same. C and G, and the direction of their motion is also same.
Yeah.
Then I say that the C and the G, they are in phase. These two are
In phase.
they are in phase. This word is used and it's very difficult to understand what do I mean by in phase.
Sir, the displacement same.
Then the displacement should be same.
And the direction.
Means the position on the displacement from the mean position should be same, plus the direction of their motion should be same. I am giving you two conditions, so they both should be fulfilled. For example, you pick the point, let's say, आप कहते हैं B and G, their direction of motion is same. D and G, look, their direction of motion is upward, their direction of motion is same, but their displacement from the mean position is not same. I mean their location is not same. So they are not in phase. They are little. This is this word which I am going to use. This is lacking in phase. But that word we use in A level, not in O level. That text want to this word, the lack, how much is lacking in phase, that is used in A levels when you will reach there and you will study. But in O levels, very simple thing. We are concerned with exactly two kind of points, which are in phase and which are out of phase. Out of phase क्या? अच्छा, for example, in phase. What is the J? Suppose I am just trying to test you. J point. Give me in phase points which are exactly in phase with the J.
S.
M.
In phase.
J, S, B.
J is in phase with F and
B and N.
is in phase with B
And
and they all are in phase with each other. Okay, let's say point A. What are the points which are in phase with the point A?
A.
B.
A is in phase with the G.
E.
F.
A, C, E.
I.
I,
M.
J,
M.
and M.
N.
Bus.
N.
Why is N?
Yes, sir.
N for machine. Are you saying machine N? N is in phase with A.
No.
Okay, no. Okay. What are the points which are in phase with the C?
P के साथ है G,
G. Okay.
K and O.
G, K,
O.
and O. Okay. So the points which are in phase with the D.
D के साथ H, L, L.
L.
O, H
And
and
then
O.
we will have another.
O नहीं है भाई.
Okay, so it's a very important idea that you should be able to recognize that which points are in phase with each other. For example, when I tell you the definition of wavelength, I say the distance between two consecutive points which are in phase
Is called the wave.
is called the wavelength.
This is the definition.
You see, I am using the word in phase. In your book it's used. But you should understand when will be the two points in phase with each other. So in the definition he says, the wavelength is the distance between two points in a wave which are in phase. For example, you told me that A and the E, they are in phase and they are consecutive. So this is what? From A to E, how much is this? This is lambda, one wavelength.
Yes.
For example, B and F, they are in phase and they are consecutive also.
One wave, one
So
lambda.
that will be one wavelength.
One lambda.
That is lambda. For example, if I say B to D, they are exactly out of phase.
Yes.
They are exactly, their location is opposite to each other,
The direction.
plus their direction of motion is also opposite. So they are out of phase. So if you take the distance between two consecutive points which are perfectly out of phase, that will be half the wavelength.
Okay. 1/2 lambda.
Yes. It's a very famous concept. People will make a wave and they will say this is wavelength, this is wavelength, this is wavelength, this is wavelength. So you have to decide on your own that which are the exactly 2 points which are in phase and are consecutive also. So I hope that now you will be able to understand that what is the meaning of in phase, the points which are in
Same
phase.
displacement and same direction.
Same displacement,
From the mean.
same location,
And same direction.
same direction of motion. If this is present in 2 points on a wave,
We are in phase.
then they are called in phase.
It's a definition for out phase. Out of phase.
The displacement, the value of the displacement is same, but their location is opposite. For example, the displacement, try to understand. For example, the displacement suppose of B from the mean position is 2 centimeter. The displacement of the D is also 2 centimeter, but it is above and it is below. If you take it as negative, this will be positive. If you take it positive, it will be negative. If you take downward positive, then the upward thing will be negative. So the magnitude of the displacement is same, but the direction is opposite. Plus their direction of motion is also opposite. So they are actually out of phase. And I told you that we use a third term also, that 2 points. In O levels we only study 2 things: in phase, out of phase. But in your A levels you will study that this point is lagging behind how much. For example, that's then a complicated thing. Means it's a half wave behind, or 2 wave behind, or full wave behind, or 3/4 wave behind. So that you will study in the next. In O levels simple: in phase, out phase. Okay? If you have 2 consecutive points which are out of phase, the distance between them, half the wavelength. If you have 2 points which are in phase, are consecutive to each other, the distance between them, 1 wavelength. So you understand this concept?
Yes.
So I hope you. Sorry, thank you very much. My name is Farhan Mazhar and I was with the 10th Cambridge class, and I hope you have understood this.